Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferguson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now, these two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago, and really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But that game was all Tennessee. They led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
At the 12-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jackson. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Ravens have got it.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was. As you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Taken in the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Titans.
Derrick Henry. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
This pass into the arms of Snead, and he's taken down inside the 30. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And his throw here is incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
At their own 30-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
21-3 is your score after 1. On 2nd down, Dobbins. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And it's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. Well, the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a 1st half to forget. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Tannehill. Short throw to Smith. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Tannehill now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here's Tannehill. throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line.
Throwing again is Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Makes the score Ravens 21.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. A gain of only
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is going to be incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Firkser. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st down, Titans.
Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But
wide open, complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Over 1st and 10.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and
from the gun, it's Jackson. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 34. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that evaluator.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Dez Bryant, 27 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Henry. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
Trying for Humphreys, but it's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. If things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. Slant to Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he puts it through. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Titans.
Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To the air again, Tannehill. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are able to get a score back.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
13.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Dances by at the 20. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
38 yards. And the Ravens add on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Tennessee.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. It's Henry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 31, Tannehill looking here for Smith downfield.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Jackson from the shotgun. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again. Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
22 yards there, a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. That's strong running. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that. Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Dez Bryant with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Titans 20. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
At the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Wolfe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie,
you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
What's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson on the option. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
63.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll go option to the short side.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Not much there, only a yard.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but now it's third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 42 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Fights loose. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'll probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Third and 8.
Corey Davis, the 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Corey Davis, 69 yards. And the Titans are able to get a score back.
For the extra point.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25 yards.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 22 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Here's Tannehill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Again, Tannehill. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down. Throwing again is Tannehill. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I just remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
But that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
34. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Now Tannehill. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 3rd down. Tannehill throwing again. He finds Humphreys. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st down, Titans.
Now Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry, but it'll be 2nd down. To the air again, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
I don't
think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in. 14 yards there. And a 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And his kick is good. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go.